Hello everyone, I'm Priya and welcome back to my channel Learn with Priya. So today we are going to learn class 9 chemistry chapter number 3, that is atoms and molecules. So let's get started with this very easy concept and very complicated concept. Okay. So this is atoms and molecules. This is chapter number 3. Contents. So contents are these which we are going to learn and cover in this video and in this chapter. Okay? Okay. First things first, we're going to start with laws and chemical combination. Laws and chemical combination. Okay. Laws of chemical combination. It is of two types. What is the first type? It is law of conservation of mass. What is law of conservation of mass? I will explain this with a very easy example. Okay. Let's say, for example, I am having um, barium chloride of 1.22 gram and sodium sulfate of 1.56 gram. And now I'm adding them. So what will be the result? The sum of them, right? So it is equal both the sides. Let me explain you. Barium chloride is of 1.22 gram and sodium sulfate is of 1.56 gram. Now I'm going to add this. That means I'm going to find the total of this. And what will the answer be? It is something like 5, 7, I mean 2.75 grams. 2.75 grams of barium sulfate plus sodium. Okay, so this will be the answer. And when you split this, it will be same as these both. So this is what law of conservation of states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So that means in a chemical reaction, the sum of masses of the reactants and the products remain unchanged. So here it is shown, as you can see in the picture given below, this is a solution of BaCl2, that is barium chloride, in this tube, in this flask, small flask, and in the larger flask, you have a solution of Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate. Okay. So this is what law of conservation of mass states. Hope you all understood. Please do remember the definition, that is mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Now the second part is law of constant proportion. Sorry. Law of constant proportion. And this is also very easy. And I'll also explain to you with a very simple example that we all know. Take a glass of water from your house. Take it from water, river, pond, wherever you want to. And then take a glass of water from a sea or ocean or a nearby place or a muddy water, everything. But now differentiate between both of the glasses. You'll find no difference because this glass also contains H2O and this glass also contains H2O. So in the same way, law of constant proportion states that in a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. Example, water always contains two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, combined together in the same ratio of 2:6 or 1:8 by mass. 9 gram of water is decomposed when we get 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen. So the law of constant proportion is very easy, and please do remember the definitions because they play a very major role in chemistry. Dalton's atomic theory. And this is, you have to mark it, put a star mark. Sorry, red okay. So let's change the color of the pen. Okay. So Dalton's atomic theory, just put a star mark over here because this is very important. Dalton's atomic theory. You must prepare very well because teachers might confuse you. Even I was confused when I was a student. Dalton's atomic theory states that a matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. This is very easy. Atoms are indivisible and cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Atoms of a given element are similar in mass and properties. Atoms of different elements have different masses and properties. Atoms combine in a small whole number ratios to form compounds. In a given compound, the relative number and kind of atoms are constant. An atom. Now the real chapter starts. असली chapter अभी शुरू होने वाली है. Atom. This chapter is only about atom. So now let's start studying about the main character, that is atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that may or may not exist independently and retains all its chemical properties. So what is an atom? Like in biology, cell is the smallest unit. In the same way, chemistry also has its smallest unit, that is atom. And now don't ask me what is the smallest unit in physics. Okay? Atoms are very small in size and smaller than anything we can imagine or compare with. Atoms are so small that you cannot even imagine. Atomic radius is measured in nanometers. Atomic radius is measured in nanometers. That means you can imagine how small it is. What do you mean by atomic radius? Imagine that this is an atom. So this will be the radius. We know that, right? Radius. So this radius is measured in nanometers. So you can imagine how small this is. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter, or 1 meter is equal to 10 power 9 nanometer. Example, the atomic radius of an atom of hydrogen is 10 raised to power minus 10 meter. The radius of a molecule of water is 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So just imagine how small they are. Nanometers. Nanometers are so tiny. Symbols of atoms of different elements. Symbols of atoms are different elements. So in olden days, like now we are having different methods to memorize everything, different machines to teach us and all. But in the olden days, they do not have anything. They cannot remember, right? So they used to find different methods to memorize easily, and that is what we are still following. Like aluminium. One way of memorizing is just taking two front alphabets of the element. Okay, and this is the element symbol of atom. I mean aluminium. Argon is Ar, barium is Ba, boron is B, bromine is Br, element symbol of copper is Cu, fluorine is F, gold is Au, hydrogen is H, iodine is I, nitrogen is N, oxygen is O, potassium is K, silicon is Si, silver is Ar. Now I know every children knows this, and many of you might ask me, why is boron only B and not BO? This is because there are many other elements whose word starts with BO, and in order to not get confused, they made it only B. Okay, and another doubt for you all is copper. Copper is having CO. Why is it Cu? Because another name for copper is cuprum. Remember this, it is cuprum. And cuprum starts with Cu, and that is why its atomic symbol is Cu. Fluorine is F, gold is Au. And now you will ask me, why is it Au not Go? It is Au because another name for gold is Aurum. Okay, and potassium's another name is Calum. And that is why the atomic symbol is K. So atomic symbols are very easy. You will know why they are very important and they play a very major role in chemistry. You will get to know everything later on in this video. While we will solve all the formulas and all, you will get to know everything. Atomic mass. What is atomic mass? Like everything have mass. Like you have mass, I have mass, and even this laptop has a mass. In the same way, tiny atoms also have mass. Since atoms are very small in size, its mass is very small and determining its mass is very difficult. So the mass of one atom is compared to the mass of a standard atom. Atom is considered as a standard atom for comparing the masses of other atoms is carbon. So what is the mass of carbon? It is minus 12. I mean 12 U. U is the atomic mass unit. Okay. In the same way, these elements also have atomic masses, like hydrogen is having 1, carbon 12, magnesium 24, aluminium 27. In the same way, even all the elements in a periodic table have their own mass. Molecule. What are molecules? A molecule is the smallest particle of an element or compound which exists independently and shows all the properties of that substance. What are molecules? A group of elements are called molecules which are held together, which got together by attractive force. We have studied about attractive force, right? In our first chapter, we have studied about attractive force, right? In physics also, you are having attractive force. So in the same way, these group of elements get attracted to each other and they form a molecule. Got it? Atoms of the same element or different elements can join together to form molecules. Like here, as you can see, H2, O2, N2, Cl2. These are all molecules. Molecule of elements. Molecule of an element contains atoms of same element. Molecules of some elements contain only one atom and molecules of some element contain two or more atoms. Atomicity of an element. So this is a very easy topic, atomicity of an element. And I'm sure that you're going to catch this and you're going to study this as easy as possible. And you will also find this very easy. Atomicity is atomicity is of four types, maybe five. Yeah, five types: monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, tetraatomic, polyatomic. So as you can see here, it is monoatomic, diatomic, and polyatomic is given. Tetraatomic is not given. So here, let me explain you all. Tetraatomic, triatomic, these two terms, they let me explain you what are monoatomic and diatomic first. The elements is with only one electron or only one atom are called monoatomic, and the elements with two atoms are called diatomic, and the elements with three atoms are called triatomic or polyatomic, and the elements with four atoms are called tetraatomic or polyatomic, or the elements with more than four atoms are called polyatomic. Molecule of compounds. Molecule of a compound contains atoms of two or more different types of elements. Like the compound is water, and what does this combine with? Hydrogen and oxygen. How many hydrogens are there? Two. And how many oxygens are there? One. So this is only our molecule of compound. Very easy topic. Ions. We have learned this in our 8th class about ions, right? Ions are compounds containing metal and non-metal elements contain charged particles called ions. And ion is of two types, cation and anion. Cation is the positive charge and anion is the negative charge. So you people get confused between these two terms, right? So I'll give you a very easy trick to remember them. Cation. Cation में क्या है? Cation, you can see the T. cation में T. You can see this plus symbol, right? T ka. So this plus indicates the positive charge, right? The plus indicates the positive charge, and in an ion, no plus is there, so it is the negative charge. Understood? So here are some common ions and their valency, and this table is very important. Mark it with a star. You will find it very hard to remember, but this is very important and this plays a very major role in your ninth grade. So I request you all to just mug up the table, okay? Writing chemical formula. Apart from all this we have learned till now, this is the very most important topic. And I'm sure that any one question from this topic will be in your exam sheet. What is chemical formulae? Finding out the formulas of, by crossing over the valency of the combining elements, we are going to find the formulae of ions, of different ions. For example, formula of hydrogen chloride. How will you write that? Let's see, hydrogen chloride. Let's say hydrogen. How do you write hydrogen chloride? First, you will write the element symbol. Chloride का यहाँ पर लिखोगे. What is chloride? Cl. And below that you will write their valency. H का क्या है? Hydrogen का 1. Cl, that is chloride का क्या है? 1. Now you will crisscross it in this way. Okay, so hydrogen will get this valency. That is 1. You don't have to write it. And Cl will get this valency. So this will be the formula. Very easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now let's see magnesium chloride and all also. Magnesium chloride का symbol क्या होता है? Element symbol Mg, right? Mg. और next chloride का क्या है? Cl. Magnesium का क्या है? Valency 2. Cl का 1. What is the next step? Crisscross. क्या हुआ? Mg Cl 2. Done? Very easy. This formula, writing chemical formula is the easiest thing ever. All you have to do is just remember their valencies. And in this way, this continues. Okay? Molecular mass or formula unit mass. This is the easiest chapter, not so important, but still very easy. How to find molecular mass or the formula unit mass of any element. This is very easy. For example, if they gave you to find for magnesium chloride, no, not magnesium. Okay, let's take example of H2 only. Molecular mass of H2O is atomic mass of H plus atomic mass of H into 2 plus atomic mass of O. Let me tell you, atomic mass of H is 1 into 2 because we can see 2 hydrogen elements, 2 hydrogen atoms are there. So we will multiply this with 2 and plus, what is the mass of oxygen? 16. Right? So what is the answer? 2 plus 16 is 18. So the mass or the formula unit mass of water is 18U. Okay, in the same way you can find this for nitric acid and all. Mole concept. So some schools are having mole concept and some are not having. So I don't think I have to explain this because in this year, that is 2023 to 2024, this topic is deleted. So this topic is no more in your syllabus. So you don't have to study for the exam. So I'm skipping this for now. So that's all in this chapter, that is atoms and molecules. This is a very easy chapter. And if this is only easy for you, only if you keep on practicing. Keep on practicing writing the chemical formulas and formula unit mass. And one most important thing is you must know at least 30 elements in a periodic table with their atomic number, atomic mass, and element symbol. So this is what you have to learn in the chemistry and nothing else is involved here. Everything is easy. All you have to do is just you have to study a lot. That's it. Ninth class is not so hard and not so easy too. And I hope you all like this chapter and keep suggesting me what to study you next, what to teach you next, so that I can come up with new topics and new type of explanation and all. And thank you so much for watching the video. Do subscribe.